What part of apathy, laziness, hubris, and just simply ignorance doesn't modern man support and participate in today's times? When I was younger, around the age of 10 to maybe 13, I was watching this program, and the program was about the Dodo. Now, the Dodo was a bird that lived many, many years ago. The Dodo was a bird, according to this documentary I was watching, it used to fly. But the group of birds found an island that they so much loved that they decided to stay there indefinitely. So as times went by, the Dodo started eating and eating. Hundreds and thousands of them got really comfortable, got complacent, they started eating. Over time, these big birds, well, they weren't big birds then, but they became big birds. Their body structure started to change. Their wings started to shrink. Their bodies, their waist size started getting big, to the point that people, as they are, found out about these dodos, and they started having a taste for these dodos, these big succulent birds. I suppose they had enough of chicken, pheasants and geese and ducks. They started outsourcing these dodos. And in this documentary, what was so ridiculous to witness at that age was the fact that supposedly the people that were hunting them, the poachers, the huntsmen, used to just walk up to these dodos in the midst of hundreds and thousands of dodos, just used to walk up to these dodos with a pole, nothing more than a pole, bosh, over the head, in the sack, gone. It was like these dodos were just being shanghaied. They were being shanghaied, they were being taken. One dodo got clumped over the head, not a dickhead bird from anyone else. It was unbelievable. It was almost surreal. At the same time, when I was younger at that age, walking around in my daily life, I started noticing how, just like dodos, something will happen. A group of people will be congregating, gathered together somewhere. Something will happen with one of them. Maybe a couple of people will get involved, but the majority, nothing. Fast forward, 2013 is even worse now. No one says a thing, but the phones will be out, recording. You might hear someone scream out "World Star." You might hear people laugh and giggle, but yet no one will get in and try to stop the madness from happening. So the premise of this audio basically is to say the extinction of man is we're not even on a precipice anymore. We've gone past that stage. We're on a boiling furnace, and man is being cooked like a frog. The heat is coming up. Yet, just like dodos, people don't know what's going on. You ask someone, use a bit of logical reasoning to understand the situation that you're in now so you can find a solution. No, they'll give up that right to a government agency or a NGO as a way to save them. Do you want to be fishers of men? No. Just get me the fish, bring it to my gaff, and I'll pay you for it. Do you want to learn how to make things? No, we can't be bothered to do that. Get someone else to do it for us. We've come a long, long way from our ancestors. We're better now. Are you really better? You're not better at all. No. You're still a savage pretending to be sophisticated. That's all you are. You're a savage pretending to be sophisticated. You're even regressing as a people. You're becoming like dodos. Your waist size at 2021 is the same size as the equator. How can you equate that to a healthy living? Monsanto, all of these corporations, they'll send you food that's been in storage for 25 years. As long as it's in a nice, adorable little packaging, it's good enough for me. You use words, grammatical words, to insult people that are trying to make a better situation out of a terrible set of tools that we've been given, or the lack of tools. And then when we ask you, show the proof of what you're saying. Show that you're not a savage. Show that you're not a dodo. Then what do? You refer to the same organization that is poisoning you as a way of justifying the abuse that you're getting. Well, Monsanto says blah, blah, blah. I mean, have you ever gone to do any research? Have you ever gone to test these foods that you're eating? No, you haven't. You just subject yourself and you subscribe to the age-old rubbish that is being put in front of you. Just like the dodo, you are getting fat, but the fatness is going to get to the point where you're going to consume so much, you're going to explode. You're dying. You're having too much helium inside of you. You're going to self-explode. You're going to boom. We tell you, try to find a solution for this, try to find a solution for that. No, you can't do it. Then you start throwing out evidence. You try to come with some funny pattern of reasoning to try to combat someone that is not being your enemy, hasn't done anything to you, but yet you will use the media's star point as a rebuttal to a question put to you. And because you can't figure out the answer, you run for the hills. You run for the nearest thing of authority, which you deem to be some government-based organization who are taking money from you left, right, and center. But yet that doesn't matter. A dodo does as a dodo does. We tell you to go and learn Aristotle, Cicero, Plato, all of the greats. Go and do some reading. As soon as you see a paragraph, you start shaking. It's almost like you've come down with a fever. Logical fallacies, the trivium, the quadrivium, know what an argument is. All of these things are things that you would do if you really, really wanted a solution. But the dodo does not want a solution. The dodo is too comfortable eating and shitting. The dodo wants everything handed to him on a plate. Well, the dodo became extinct. If you knew better, you would do better. But obviously, you don't want to do better. For you to do better, you will know. For you to know, you wouldn't be ignorant. Not to be ignorant will mean that you have to do a bit of work. Reading. Oh, this doesn't suit your gender. It doesn't suit your interest. No, I'd rather be a dodo. To know better, you will do better. But for you to do better, it will mean that you'll be a pillar of society. Oh, no, that doesn't suit the narrative. No. You've got to be a bad girl. You've got to be a bad boy. It pays. If you want to be famous, go and sleep with someone, go and have a sex tape. That's amoral. And anyone that's got a problem with what I'm saying is nothing more than a zombie supporter of propaganda. Amoral zombie supporter of propaganda. Because if you knew better, you would do better.